Jesus Christ is my nigga.
Hey guys, B-Dog here, back again with another part of our Let's Play series on Farming Simulator 17. And as you can tell, my voice might be a little bit clearer. Long story short, my puppy had gotten a hold of my other cord on my gaming headset that I had, and chewed it up and I was in mid-process of recording a video and I had no clue that it was broken until the very end. So I had to redo the video a few times, which kind of sucked. But I did pick up a new pair of a new headset, and they are the Turtle Beach PX22s. And so far I absolutely love them. They are amazing. Very good microphone quality so far. I'm enjoying not having the static like I did before, and I'm a little bit more clearer. Hopefully you guys can hear that too on your end. So yeah, right now we're taking a little bit of a break from the logging excursion that we were doing here, and we're going to go ahead and pop back on our farm here and get some crops moving and harvest and get some money. That is the whole point of the game, I take it. So yeah, it is Tuesday. And I went to the doctor this morning, or to go talk to my surgeon that's going to be, slicing and dicing my kneecap open. And, the suspense is really starting to kill me because I still don't have a set date for my surgery yet. All I know is I will have it by the end of the week, but it's kind of like, come on, man. I wanted to, get it done and over with, at least get the date that way so I can, start shitting my pants early. Just kidding. But, I am a little bit nervous. I'm not going to lie. I know there's probably no reason to be, but, still, when I was 2 years old, I had my nose cauterized. Well, not 2 years old. I was in like second grade. You can see how I can get that a little bit mixed up there. But I had my nose cauterized because I used to get really bad and easy nosebleeds growing up. So, that honestly fixed it. And, I guess that was my big surgery back then. But, that wasn't even really much. But, I guess this is my first time going under the quote-unquote scalpel. And, they're going to be pulling ligaments from other parts of my leg and reattaching them with screws to make new ligaments. That's kind of sounds cool, I guess. But, it is what it is. I'm still just, like, bummed that I didn't get a for sure date yet. And not to mention, too, I'm probably going to be getting moved off of my current, moved from my current command that I'm currently with right now on my ship, and probably be put on Limdu because it will be a 6 to 9 month recovery period. Which that's really gonna suck. Yeah, the only main reason why they couldn't give me the for sure date today was because of I guess because I couldn't fully bend my knee, and they said because it's still stiff. It's kind of an oddball matchup here, Massey Ferguson with the Fendt header. Oh, but long story short, they pretty much exclaimed to me that if I were to I need to unfold this. If I were to get this surgery now, especially with how decrease my mobility is. Ow, that really hurt. Decrease my mobility is with my leg right now. Getting that surgery would honestly make it a lot worse. And I can understand that, but still, I'd much rather just get it done. Get it started at least that way, so we can start the long road to recovery. So I guess now I got to go to we call it PT, but I can't even think of the word right now. I don't know. I can't think of the word right now. It's not on top of my head. Man, I'm going blank for that one. I don't know. But it's the where you pretty much go in and you work on rehabilitating your, my leg and stuff like that. Post it in the comments if you can think about it, because honestly, I'm drawing a blank right now, and I feel completely stupid because of it. Right on. So, back on topic here with farming, we are currently doing a few more missions. I definitely would like to get a bigger seeder and probably a bigger cultivator and stuff like that. And the ultimate goal is to try to get out with the old and in with the new on the equipment here. So, it will be a long road, and I would, wouldn't mind doing some of my fields myself rather than just doing the workers all the time. But ultimately, that we want to get the best equipment possible eventually, and work up to it, and get more fields, and just keep chugging along. But let me know if you guys want me to get back into, a little bit more logging and stuff like that. I'm not going to completely just throw it out the window, but I feel like we need to work on our farm a little bit more than, actually start producing some crops rather than just going and chopping down trees all the time. So, nothing against it. I love the logging in this game, and it's absolutely, well, I mean, it's cool. It's not flawless. Sometimes some of the trees really fall into the world or the map, and it really is annoying. But the concept is there, and the gameplay is there, and it is a very good method of making money. Believe it or not. Especially with the new, the tensioning system, so we can actually strap our logs down and stuff like that. That way, so we're not constantly stopping and trying to pick up logs and stuff like that. So yeah, I mean, honestly, I think this will be a good series, and I know my viewership isn't really that great right now, and hopefully, as time goes on, more people kind of like my videos and continue to hopefully start watching and become a part of this community. Definitely, that's what I'm trying to build. I'm trying to build a healthy community here, and people that keep coming back, and I want to produce content that keeps bringing you guys back. So, I definitely want to get into doing some other games too. I don't want to be just solely a farming sim channel. I do really enjoy playing, Arma 3 and stuff like that. I do a lot of that kind of stuff too. So, let me know, guys. What you want to see, and also don't ever be afraid to throw a comment in there and see, tell me what I can improve on. I am really looking for that constructive criticism, because I do want to build myself up, and hopefully create a good enough community that we can all hopefully, maybe, I don't know, start a multiplayer or something like that and start featuring some of you guys on video. That's always fun. Right now I'm doing that with Arthur Chapman. He does his own YouTube videos, and honestly, he was I was curious about it, and he was wholeheartedly, he sat down with me, and and we talked about it, and he kind of gave me the rundown of the basics and some of the software that he uses, and I was able to thankfully get some of that pick up the software that he uses and stuff like that. It's not too expensive, and honestly, this is something that I love to do. I love to play video games. Don't get me wrong, I do have a life outside of video games, and I spend a lot of time with my wife, and I also have my job. My job is my life. There is times where I do have to be gone for periods of time, and hopefully, my viewers, you guys, you guys will understand that. That is kind of the lifestyle of being in the military. It's it's a life choice. It's a decision that I was committed to from the very beginning, and it's something that I regret doing. Just like I said, sometimes it's hard being away from home. Being on a ship with 500 people, or because I'm not a small boy, but with 500 people, I mean, those people practically become your family, and I don't really get to talk to my my family or my wife whenever we're out to sea. It's just not that easy. Um, you know, Uh, so yeah, I mean, we'll just keep on. I'm trying to make a little bit of money here with this field. Um, Probably cut out here in just a minute. That way, so we're, you know, getting a little bit of progress update. I don't know. I don't know yet, because this isn't that ungodly potato harvest that we were doing earlier. Um, as you guys may have noticed too, I also turned off my my push to talk for the microphone, because honestly, I feel like this one's good enough to to be able to constantly have the voice kind of streaming as it's detecting me talking. It's a little bit better. It's a little bit easier, because sometimes, I had the push to talk set up to my mouse button, and sometimes it didn't really pick it up. It was kind of weird, kind of kooky. Heck, I mean, hopefully it's set up for this video, and I'm not just talking to myself all quietly, and just making video and no one's talking. But it was a little kooky. It was a little weird. But it did work. It just wasn't the best quality. And honestly, this headset is great. I mean, I paid $80 for it. It's not cheap, but it's not it's not super expensive as some of the other things out there. I just, unfortunately, I cannot get some of the best out there. I would love to get like a Blue Yeti eventually, that little fancy microphone that everybody else has, but I really enjoy the quality, the sound quality of the Turtle Beaches and stuff like that from my gaming experience. But honestly, the PX22s that I have here are honestly the top notch with the microphone so far. It is it sounds very clear to me. Hopefully it does to you guys too. Hopefully you guys notice difference compared to my other videos. But yeah, I mean, it was well worth it. I mean, I guess kudos to my puppy for chewing on the cord and practically ruining my other pair, because it was funny, because in the video I was reviewing, I didn't actually notice that he chopped through the cord, because he only got through the point where it messed up the microphone. So it was, the video, the microphone quality was absolutely horrible. I mean, it was like crackling. You couldn't even hear any words. It was just making a lot of noise. And then whenever I picked up the cord immediately, because I was messing around, I thought, like, oh my gosh, maybe maybe one of my drivers crashed or something like that on my computer. And I was messing with the muting and unmuting of the microphone and trying to turn up and down the volumes and stuff like that. And then eventually just kind of worked my way down the cord and found his little teeth marks in it. And yep. And he just happened, he didn't really chew through this, the headphone part, the actual like speakers part, so I could still hear everything, but the microphone portion of it was completely gone. And with these Turtle Beaches, I actually like it, because the microphone and the headphone setups are completely separated from one another. They're not in one flimsy little cord. This cord is actually very thick, and it's nice, and it has a little bit more adjustability in terms of amplifying with the microphone itself and the gameplay. So right on. For those of you that are wondering, whoever's watching, when I talk about my puppy, he's 3 months now actually, but he's a little applehead Chihuahua that my wife just, I mainly got him for my wife, because she, it gets lonely whenever she's here by herself at the house. So I went ahead and, finally said yes to getting a puppy. I mean, eventually I knew at one point I was going to come home to one anyways, if I didn't say yes. But, first few weeks were a little bit rough. He's getting adjusted to the house and stuff like that. And we let him up on the couch on the first day, and he fell asleep right in her arms. And, right then and there it was love from first sight. But as soon as she fell asleep, he woke up and just walked over and took a crap right on the couch right next to her. Now that was funny. But he's getting a lot better. We've gotten him those training pads, that way, so he's actually using the restroom on those rather than on our carpets. I'm gonna have to get the deep cleaner out for his first few days that we had him, because that was a little bad. It wasn't like horrible, but still, we're leasing this house, so it's not it's not practical to uh, have to pay money for them to clean the carpets. I don't really want to spend that money for them to do that anyways, because if I have to go somewhere, or if I don't want to live in this house anymore, I can go, to another military housing area. But yeah, so she's gonna work on getting him registered as an ESA animal, an emotional support dog. It's not that she's going cuckoo or anything. It's just that's kind of the reason why we got him. And I guess as an emotional support animal or an ESA, a service dog, perhaps. Wow, what did I do? How did I do that? We have hopes to go home for this holiday season. So, go home, see the family. I get to meet my nephew for the first time. He is, he's got to be what, 4 or 5 months old now. I mean, he's getting there. I think he's 4 months. But he's absolutely adorable, and my sister had actually had him on the day before we were heading out for a couple months out to sea. So I was able to actually Skype with her back at home, and got to kind of meet him phone to face, I guess, phone to phone. But I am super excited to actually go home and meet him for the first time. So hopefully he likes me. But and then my other sister's also due here pretty soon in December as well. So when I come home for Christmas, looks like I'm going to be taking some Christmas photos with 2 little babies on me. So I'm super excited about that. I love my family to death. I love my sisters to death. We've been there for each other through thick and through thin, even through childhood and stuff like that. So me being 20 years old, I am the baby of the family. So they're significantly a couple years, a little bit, not too much older than me, but a couple years older. But yeah, I'm super excited for them. It's been almost a year since I've been home to see my sisters. My parents have actually flown out here once, my mom's flown out twice. My dad's flown out once with my mom, and they spent the week out here after I got back from that 2-month underway, and yeah, I mean we had an absolute blast. I took them out we ended up going up to L.A. to go walk in the Walk of Fame or something like that. It has all the stars on the sidewalk and stuff like that. Really enjoyed that. The drive up there was long, but eventually when they come back down again, we had plans to take a trip out to San Francisco and go see that place. And yeah, it's joining the military was not the worst thing I've ever done. It is hard. You spend time away. But in the end result, you're doing something that's bigger than yourself. You're putting yourself out there to help protect the ones you love back at home, and that is that's one of the big things that got me in. It's I'm not saying I agree with everything that the military's doing, but I couldn't be more proud to to be in, and to have this experience. You don't really get to, as a civilian, you don't really get to do a whole lot of things that you get to do in the military and stuff like that. I've got to see a lot of cool things that a lot of people don't get to see every day. I've gotten to go to Hawaii for free. I mean, that's not bad. Get to eat and sleep there for free, and get to go out and see all the cool things, and do all the cool things that I not a lot of people get to do every day. Yeah, so right on, we are almost done with this field here. This was a field of cannolis. Canola. Cannoli is a type of dessert. Where did I see that at? I used to watch like Cake Boss and stuff like that. He was always talking about his cannolis. His old Italian style voice. Oh man, get my cannolis, It's my really, really shitty version of Italian voicing capabilities. But hey, it is what it is, right? So, yep. Things have been okay. Just hanging in there, trying to get my knee fixed. So, definitely have to see how that goes. The medical team there is really awesome. So, I know I'm in good hands, but still, it's just the simple fact of actually doing it, which is what sucks. So, plus I'm gonna be back in crutches for 6 weeks. But ever since I had that MRI and stuff like that, they told me everything that was wrong. They gave me a mobility brace because when I first went to the emergency room after the initial wreck, they took me there by ambulance. So they ended up, and the hospital that they took me to, they were kind of dingy. They just gave me X-rays and sent me on my way. With a leg immobilizer, so it was a complete immobilizer. I couldn't bend my leg at all with that stupid thing on. It was bulky. It sucked. Very painful. And there was nothing I could really do about it. And I was supposed to go see like an orthopedic surgeon specialist guy, civilian-wise, one of their people. And I had to go at least tell my command. So the same day of the accident, after I got out of the hospital, I had to crutch my happy ass all the way down to the end of the pier to the ship. And the medical team on the ship, the medical department, they came out and they're like, well, you need to go to the military hospital, and you need to have them look at you, and because with the civilian hospital's paperwork, we can't do anything with it, so it has to be done by military, which that sucked. So whenever I was there at the civilian hospital, the lady was in there, scrubbing all the gravel and stuff out of my road rash, and that was horrible. That really sucked. But and then the doctor came in and was like bending on my leg and like touching it and doing all this, doing like a whole physical examination of my leg, and that was excruciatingly painful. And so later on that day, I had to go to the military hospital, and they did the whole leg bendy thing again, and they're like, "Ooh, this actually, is not bad. Is not good. There's a lot of looseness in your leg. So basically, to get the gist of it, what my leg is completely doing right now is, your leg's supposed to be from your knee moving up and down. So from my knee on my right leg, it's going side to side. Yes. So if you can imagine that, holding your hand out like vertically and then, letting your hand just go dead and moving your wrist, that is what my knee is doing. It's the most painful thing in the world. And not to mention it feels really weird. Because I feel like my leg's just going to snap in half at any given moment. But, they pretty much just said, we're going to have to get you in for an MRI and stuff like that. So I had to wait a couple days to be able to fit in for an appointment for an MRI scan. And, after that happened, went in and got that done. And then they're like, all right, gotta go, gotta give us 3 days for us to, actually get the information from the MRI. And get a team of doctors on it or whatever to assess it and see what they need to do. And that was the whole thing. And then at the time my foot was like locked into place, and I couldn't like not be tippy-toed on my right leg. It sucked because I guess I had like a muscle spasm from from the accident, and that was always the most like painful thing ever. Was I couldn't put my foot down. It was like stuck tippy-toed, and so whenever I came back from my results at the MRI and stuff like that, of course they did another physical examination where they were tugging and pulling on my leg and making me cringe and, oh, does this hurt? Like, yeah, dude, quit touching my freaking leg, man. After that whole shebang happened, then I told them about my calf and stuff. Oh, look at that, we're done. So $18,000. It's not bad. So anyways, so after the whole examination and stuff like that, I told them about my my calf problems and stuff like that. So they sent me up to get an ultrasound on my right calf to see if I had any blood clots and stuff like that. You know what I just realized? I say and stuff like that a lot. But yeah, so I was up there getting my what's it called now? An ultrasound. Yeah, I was up there getting my ultrasound done, and that was the weirdest thing ever. They're like, as soon as I walked in there, they're all right, take your drawers off. Like, dang, like, at least take me out to dinner first. Like, you get what I mean? Like, trying to get my pants already, but no, I mean, I had to pretty much strip down, and they're just like putting all this lube all over my leg and taking this little sound thing and pushing down, and it was actually pretty cool to see. Because I was able to see my main arteries and stuff like that. It was actually pretty cool. But I actually got ahead of myself there with the story. But before I actually got in there, I actually had to wait until like 1 o'clock. I had like 3 hours before I could actually get fit into the ultrasound. But so my wife and I went back down to the orthopedic area, back down to the cast room, and then as soon as I walked in there, the doctors just looked at me like with one of those ugh like faces. I'm like, well, that face doesn't look very good for the MRI review, right? He's like, no, you've actually got a lot more wrong than they actually kind of suspected it, that there would be a little bit more wrong than just a fractured leg. But they're like, well, your MCL is completely gone. So typically a tear just means that it's coming out from it's ripped off from the attaching point, and they can usually reattach it and get it to heal it on its own. But in my case, it's torn like 3 places, so it's completely shredded. My entire knee is swollen, and yeah, it just looks like a bowling ball. I mean, it just looks horrible. And then on top of that too, they're like, all right, well, and your ACL is also shredded, so it's like hanging on by like a very thin thread. The rest of it's just like gone. Just something happened. And then also my medial meniscus has a rip in it too, so they're going to be doing an extensive job on my knee here coming up. So yeah, I mean, enough about me ranting on about surgery and all that stupid stuff. Right now we are just doing a couple jobs here, trying to get the funds up a little bit. Possibly gonna look into maybe getting a new tractor. We'll see. But we are currently harvesting helianthus, aka sunflowers. So don't worry, I'm never doing a potato harvest again. Especially on that field. That was the worst. But yeah, right on. If you guys are watching, thank you so much for watching, and don't ever be afraid to let me know how I'm doing, and if there is anything that I can improve on. Hopefully the voice quality is a lot better this time around. I feel that it will be. I'm excited to get this uploaded and to see what you guys think of the new headset and stuff like that. But yeah, definitely, you know, if you're looking for, you know, a decent headset, I'd definitely go with the Turtle Beach PX22s. They had like the 24s, but they didn't look as good. I don't know why. They looked a little bit cheaper, and yeah. So you might be seeing a little bit, you know, a little bit better voice action here, and you know, I'm definitely enjoying not having to push a button to talk to you guys on the video here, and well, basically talking to myself. But I don't know, I just find it a little bit easier. So you know, please don't mind if, you know, if I get a little bit of quiet at times, because it is an adjusting thing for me, because I'm not, you know, a hugely talkative person all the time. You know, I'm kind of a quiet individual, but you know, definitely I love this game, and you know, if you guys love watching, you know, I'm weird like that. I love watching, you know, people play games. My wife doesn't understand it, but I don't know, it's just something about it that I love, you know, watching, you know, Let's Plays and stuff like that. So that's what got me really interested, is, you know, I watch enough of them, why don't I start making them, you know? Um, so yeah, it's an ongoing process here. You know, I'm trying to get enough content pushed out and moving along, so you know, at least I have something up to to upload every day. But yeah, I mean, it's going pretty well so far. You know, I've pretty much got everything that I need, you know, right here, and not too worried about it. So, you know, and you know, I'm not in it to get huge fast. I'm just in it for the entertainment aspect, because I love playing the game, and that's, you know, all that really matters to me. And you know, it's an adjusting thing to, you know, kind of, I don't know, more or less try to sit here and commentate while you play. It's, you know, it is a different thing I never had to do before. But you know, hopefully soon I can start getting up some videos of multiplayer with you know, some friends, and if anybody's looking to play, if just let me know, and we can get you fit in and playing with us, and making them farming skills. I don't know, that made no sense, but hey, don't judge. Alright then, guys, so we are 1/3 of the way done with this job here. We've got 21 minutes left. I'm thinking we're gonna have 15 minutes left by the time we finished. And I guess with the recent update, they did nerf the time bonus that you get for the missions, which kind of sucks, because it's already hard enough to make money in this game as it is. And yeah, so we'll see how it goes. Tell you what, my leg is killing me, and I have no medication for it, but it's alright. I can always take Tylenol, but I need to eat something first. I have not eaten all day, come to think of it. I don't know, maybe I'll heat up some more meatloaf or something. My wife made meatloaf the other day, and it was delicious. Because she, you know, my mom kind of taught her how to make it and stuff like that. But she stuffs cheese in the middle of it, and it is amazing. It's like the best, in, you know, it's like almost like mom's cooking. So, but she's definitely learning. She's getting better each time she cooks. So, kudos to her, man. So yep, we are almost at our halfway point here, and we are at 19 minutes and 24 seconds. Hopefully we can make our goal time of 15 minutes. Who knows? I mean, we went from a third to a half in a minute, so I think we'll do it. I think we'll be alright. So, right on, guys. Well, I'll be right back here pretty quickly. I have to use the restroom. Be right back. Alright, and we are back here. Sorry about that, guys. Nice thing is, too, if you press the escape button, it actually pauses that time for you. So there's no need to dig through the menus to find the pause game button in the settings. So, yep, my bike is completely totaled, which is not good, but it is what it is because I'm not going to be able to ride it anyways till next year, which kind of sucks because I really enjoy riding. Eventually, too, I'll probably end up putting up some motovlogs and stuff like that. That's a big cool thing to me too. You know, I do have the GoPros and all that fancy stuff, and now that I'm kind of understanding the whole video editing software and uploading to YouTube stuff, then it's definitely a new possibility of things. Eventually, I wouldn't mind starting to do, you know, vlogging too. I mean, here and there, not probably a whole lot because I don't want to. It's not really my style, but yeah, maybe give you guys a taste of what my life's kind of like here in California. You know, like I said, I was born in Ohio, so pretty much lived there all my life, and then just recently got out here to California. So I love it out here. It is absolutely beautiful. You know, it's a place that I never thought I'd ever see. You know, this was my parents' first time coming out. You know, coming to California and seeing what it's like out here, and you know, it's very beautiful. The only thing that sucks is people's driving skills here. Not saying that, you know, everybody's perfect everywhere, but people drive in California like people drive in Florida. It's kind of funny. A lot of cutting off action going on and stuff like that, but I guess that's just the way it rolls here in good old California. And then you also got the traditional California rolling stop at stop signs. My wife's notorious for that. So was I, you know, even back in Ohio. But, yeah, right on, guys. So we are 3/4 of the way done here. We might hit our goal. Probably not, because it took us 2 minutes to reach another quarter of the way done. So, if not, we might be just a little bit over our goal time here. And then we will be popping back on our farm to see how the plant growth's going. Possibly fast forward time so we can go ahead and get the harvest in. As of right now, just for you know, more production wise, you know, that way so you guys see a little bit more action going on, I did turn on the plant growth to fast and the fertilizer states to 1. Possibly in another series later on down the road, you know, if this one gets big enough, or if you guys want to see that aspect in, then we can definitely vamp up the settings a little bit and turn on the three stages of fertilizer and stuff like that. I think I also turned off plowing too, just because of the fact with the AI and stuff like that. They're not really good at plowing. So yeah, right now I just have it kind of turned off because, you know, plowing's not really my huge thing to do. I mean, it's cool, but I don't know, it's just not really my forte. But who knows, maybe after this we can actually get into a little bit of silage here, maybe purchase a couple mowers and actually plant one of our fields with grass and, you know, start getting a silage pit going and making money that way. Possibly get some conveyors as well, and for fast and easy selling, and who knows, maybe we'll be on the big bucks road to getting new tractors and new equipment. So, but yet we still have our old cases here and our New Holland, as well as our axial flow case axial flow harvester. So, and they are costing us quite a chunk of money, and not to mention too, we still have the loan out that you start the game off with, so we need to get that paid off. Right on, guys, we are almost done here with this mission, and we'll be jumping back on our farm pretty soon. Right on, so let's just get this finished here. Oh yeah.
By the way, if you guys don't have the mod, you should really look into getting it. It's the ground response mod, as well as the advanced tire dirt mod. Is great. I love the way that the ground respond, that the vehicles respond with the ground on, in the fields in this, with this mod, and it, definitely adds another little realism aspect to the game. Um, but as for me being a farmer, no, I've never been on a farm or anything like that, and I've tried the farming simulator games in the past, or other versions at least, not the farming sim ones. But I never really understood the machinery and kind of what they did. So, all right, we got almost 15,000 for that mission, so not too bad. And as you can tell, they really did nerf down the time bonus, which kind of sucks because that was an awesome bonus to get. So, oh well. But right on here. Oh, actually, let's stop and give our chickens a visit here and collect some eggs. Why don't we? Huh? Yeah, buck, 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 buck. So, oh, there's another gold nugget too. Like I said, too, guys, I will be making a video on how to find your first 10 gold nuggets. And, once you do find all 10, then you are not all 10. There's 100 of them, but once you find 10 of them, they all appear on your map. And I'm sure a lot of you already know about it, but I don't know. It's some content to produce, so why not? So, here we are back on our farm here. And you know what? Our truck's pretty dirty, so we might as well wash it, and then we will actually cut the video here and join back in another video. Right on, guys. So let's wash this dirty white truck. Wouldn't mind actually probably painting it eventually too. I love this older style truck. It is a little bit too fast, I think. It should be a little bit slower. Because it definitely is a little zippy truck, 24 miles an hour in reverse is not adequate, especially for this old Fodge. But right on, right on. So thank you for watching, guys. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. And like I said before, and how I always say all the time, feel free to comment and see, if you think my video, audio quality with my microphones improved, or if anything I can improve on. So, alright guys, catching another episode. This is B-Dog's Farming Simulator 17 Let's Play. Thank you for watching.